Known today as the founder of the global clothing store chain Forever 21, Won Chang and his wife built the company from nothing, with their own money, to a global brand. His success story is an inspiration to many entrepreneurs all around the world. He started Forever 21 in the US, but later expanded it globally to over 600 locations, generating billions in sales with tens of thousands of employees. He is the true example of, if you believe in yourself, anything is possible. But Forever 21 and Chang's story is also a hard lesson in what not to do when you are at the top of your success. Chang grew up in a small village in South Korea. He never attended university, and in 1981, he left South Korea and moved to Los Angeles with his new bride, with no money and a dream. In fact, it was not unusual for Chang to work 19-hour days to make ends meet for his family. At the age of 22, he started looking for odd jobs and worked at a coffee shop, earning less than $3 per hour. He also worked at a gas station in the evening. But this is where the story turns, and Chang starts to set the foundation for his entrepreneurial success. So how did Chang go from such humble beginnings, growing up in a small town in South Korea with no university education, and then to build one of the great retail empires in the world? How did he start with no money and build a billion-dollar enterprise all on his own? And what lessons can we learn from his journey to success, only to then lose the company but still be a billionaire today? Hi, and welcome to our channel, where we look at famous figures and entrepreneurs and peel back the curtain of their achievements so we can learn the secrets of their success. If you like what you see, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more inspiring videos about the lives, successes, and lessons learned from some of the most famous business figures of our time. In this video, we'll look at Won Chang's journey and see his struggles and failures and successes. And we'll be taking inspiration from his journey so that we can all learn from his success in building Forever 21. So let's jump in. Won Chang was born on the 20th of March 1954 in the little village of Myeongdong, Seoul, South Korea. He grew up with very little in life. His education stopped at the high school level. He then worked in various shops to fulfill his basic needs. At a young age, he married Jin Suk, and together they both worked menial jobs. They dreamed of greener pastures, and this dream led them to America. The couple migrated to the United States in 1981. They arrived with nothing except their incredible work ethic. As soon as they landed in Los Angeles, they both got jobs where they started working 19-hour days. At the age of 22, Chang started working at a coffee shop where he made around $3 per hour, while he worked another job at a gas station in the evenings. Chang had a dream to become wealthy, and due to his and his wife's hard work, within 3 years of emigrating to the United States, the couple had already saved around $11,000. And it was at this time, Chang had an idea that would change their lives forever. After 3 years of working in the United States and living in Los Angeles, Chang observed that the individuals who drove the best cars, had the nicest clothes and biggest homes, seemed to be in the fashion business. That was Chang's first call to enter the fashion industry. Now, Chang wasn't exactly enthusiastic about fashion. He was more drawn to the money than the industry. However, he would show that with enough sacrifice, he could do it. Chang had little education and little money, and so making it big in fashion was looking like a fantasy. But Chang showed that within a few years, anything could be possible, with a proper plan, sacrifice, work ethic, and a dream. He began by opening their first store in Highland Park, Los Angeles in 1984. The store was 900 square feet, and it was called Fashion 21. He chose this number because he believed 21 was a lucky number. In the initial stages, they targeted young Korean-American women, but the brand quickly became popular with all young women. The first year was shocking to Chang. They made an incredible $700,000 in sales. Interestingly, the business model at the time was very straightforward. They bought clothes directly from the manufacturers and sold them at good discounts. For Chang, the surprising success would continue into the second year, and then he started to open a new store every 6 months. The company soon changed its name to Forever 21, as its rapid success continued for several years. By 1989, they opened their first mall store in Panorama City, California. This store proved to be the future model they would use for their further expansion. Up to this point, the stores only sold women's clothing. But now it was time to expand even further. The next logical step to fuel their growth was menswear. This helped Forever 21 fuel not only their national expansion, but now also their international expansion. The company was on a roll. Over the next 2 decades, the company's rapid expansion would continue. The company would boast 200 stores by 2008, an incredible rise in such a short period of time. But trouble was around the corner, and the company's first major setback was only a year away. 2008-2009 brought a global recession that sent many companies stumbling. And Forever 21 was not immune to the recession, and the retailer sector got hit very hard. Due to the recession, they had to cut employees and close 7 stores. Everything considered, and in comparison to other retailers, Forever 21 survived and flourished thanks to Chang's management, hard work, and efficient operations. In retrospect, it may have given him a false sense of invincibility. As the world came out of the recession, Chang realized it was time for growth, and with cash reserves and a hunger for growth, Chang and his wife came back stronger than ever. And by 2015, Forever 21 had over 600 stores globally, with more than 30,000 employees, and had become a major force in the retail world. They were now among the elite in the fashion industry. They had found a market niche that few retailers were in: cool and hip clothing at inexpensive prices. Forever 21 was trendy for young people, but also drew in older retailers for their fashion-savvy clothing. Chang and his wife were now officially billionaires. In 2015, Chang and his wife had a net worth of almost $6 billion. But just like we can learn from success, we can also learn from people's mistakes. And what follows are lessons that we can learn in what not to do. Instead of going public, selling the company, or bringing in partners to help in operations and expansion, Chang and his wife, while holding 99% of the company, and while obviously very proud of their success, were hit with a tsunami that they were not able to handle on their own. The perfect storm was about to hit Forever 21. Towards the end of 2018, the company started to face severe competition from fashion retailers like Zara, H&M, and others. These companies not only competed in the same space, they were also driving down the price of the product. But at the same time, another global phenomenon was happening. E-commerce was starting to boom. Amazon, Alibaba, and clothing retailers all started massively selling clothing online. Forever 21 was now in serious trouble. They were not prepared for these assaults. Soon, Chang and his wife started hemorrhaging money. By July 2019, they had both dropped from the world's billionaire list, as each saw their net worth drop to below $800 million. This was happening as the company experienced a 32% decline in global sales. To survive, the first thing Chang did was to file for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. This he hoped would give him some time to restructure and make a comeback. Filing for bankruptcy meant that the company had to shut down operations in 40 countries. It also closed the majority of its international stores, along with 178 stores in the US. This sent shockwaves around the retail world. Sadly, filing for bankruptcy was not enough to get Forever 21 out of the deep hole it had fallen into. Chang's ingenuity and hard work was not enough to save the company. Among Forever 21's chronic problems included many controversial lawsuits, questionable real estate deals with landlords around the world. Chang and his wife held too tight control of their company. Forever 21 became too shopping mall reliant, and they amplified their problems with their massive global expansion. Within a 7-year period, they grew from 7 countries to over 40. Chang realized there were too many issues to overcome. So on the 2nd of February 2020, Forever 21 announced that it was selling all of its assets to a group of mall operators, which included Brookfield Properties, Simon Property Group, and Authentic Brands Group. The story of Forever 21 and Won Chang and his wife Jin Suk is one of the most inspirational startup stories ever. It tells us about the commitment and hard work needed to bring big dreams into reality. But it's also a lesson for many entrepreneurs about when to let go, when to cash out, and how to continue growing by being self-aware enough of when the growth required is beyond our capacity. E-commerce was changing retail, competition was becoming fiercer, and Chang failed to see the tidal wave coming. By the time he did, it was too late. It's a story of success, followed by the lack of self-awareness. But Chang and his wife are still very wealthy. Their combined net worth is still well over $1.6 billion. While Forever 21 is now in the hands of other owners, Chang and his wife proved the American dream. Come to America with nothing, and yes, anyone can become a billionaire. So what did you learn from Chang's success and then failure of Forever 21? Tell us in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Until then, keep moving forward, learn not only from your successes but your failures and the failures of others, as you never know what inspiration you might find. For more inspiring stories, click on the links above.